I'm Kim Johnston, and I would like to introduce the Rotary R511 heavy-duty tire changer. This tire changer will accommodate tires up to 64 inches in diameter, 36.4 inches wide, and rim diameters from 11 to 27 inches. First, we'll raise the jaws so we can kind of line them up with the center of the wheel, and then we'll use the carriage here to move the wheel and tire towards the jaws, and then we'll expand the jaws to grab the center of the wheel. And we'll make sure that all 4 jaws have grabbed securely. Now I'll raise the wheel and tire up, and then I'm going to use the carriage, which is attached to our bead braking disc. I'm going to move this out so I can position this and lock it in position. Now I can set the height and the spacing for my tool head and wheel and tire so I can break that first bead. And then I'll rotate and lube, making sure to lube the tire and the wheel. All right, once I've finished that, I'm going to move the carriage away, and I'm going to raise this tool up. I'm going to reposition myself so I can see the back of the wheel, and I'm going to flip this tool head so I can use the bead braking disc on the back side. Now I'll move this over here, and then I'll slide my carriage. And again, I'll drop this bead braking disc into position and lock it in place. Now, since I've already set the height of the wheel and tire, I shouldn't have to mess with that on this side. I just want to contact the tire, break that bead, and then again, I'm going to want to rotate and lube the tire and the wheel. Now I'm going to bring myself kind of where I can quickly move to the front if I need to, as I start to push the tire off the wheel. Make sure we don't get anything in a bind. Now I've got my first bead is popped off. Now I can push and get my second bead. And there we go. Now to mount a tire, we'll drop the wheel down so we can get the new tire on, and we'll move our tool head so we can push the beads on from the front. For our new tire, we want to make sure we lube, and we want to make sure we get the inside sharp part of the bead, called the toe of the bead, because that's the part that will drag on the wheel as we mount it. And we just want to bring our tire over here to the wheel, and then just set it up here in position. Some tires will be heavy enough, the weight will hold them on the wheel. I'll probably have to use my hand here a little bit. There we go. And then this will give us an opportunity to bring our carriage out and drop our mounting head into position and lock it into place. Now I'm going to use this to gently push that first bead on. There we go, that actually went really easily, which puts us in a good position to put our hands-free clamp on. This is for steel wheels. We also have one for aluminum wheels with plastic protection on the jaws. And we're going to rotate our tire here. So we bring our hands-free clamp over by the mount head. This will allow us to position our wheel so we're not going to touch the wheel with the bead disc. And then we'll just start to rotate again. Just kind of watching and then jogging to make sure that the tire stays in the drop center and that no rubber is pinching. There we go. So now I'm going to rotate my hands-free clamp back up to 12 o'clock so it's easy to take off. I can move my carriage out of the way so I can pull my bead braking disc up. Then I'll move the carriage back into position so I can lower the wheel and tire onto it. I can unclamp the center. And now we'll roll it over to the cage for inflation.